y'all. Pam here with Be Creative Crafts and my co-host Miss Nancy, and we are the Crafty Ladies. So welcome in, everyone.
Hello, hello.
And right as we went live, my computer's like, it wants to restart. I'm like, no. So let's cancel that out. So how is everyone doing tonight? I see we have a couple of little eyeballs up in the corner watching us. Hopefully those comments will start coming in here in just a moment. But while we wait on those comments to come in, y'all, tonight we are going to be repurposing some boxes. Hey, Miss Kimberly. Oh, and there's Miss Nancy. So let me show y'all what we're going to be
making
using.
sure the comments were working.
And then I'm going to show. Then I'm going to switch off. Nancy is frozen.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come out and come back in with Edge.
Okay. So while we wait for Miss Nancy to come in, I'm going to show y'all these boxes here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to show you how you can take empty boxes here and repurpose them into a really cute notebook. So we've got, and I have several. I just went ahead and grabbed a bunch of boxes that were empty, that were getting ready to go into the trash can, and show y'all what we can do with them. So when Nancy comes back in, she has got one already made, and it is super duper cute. Look, you can even use your what are these, microwave frozen dinner thingies? You can use those, or you can use your cases that your drinks coming in. Any number of things to be used. But that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Hey, Miss Angel. And we're going to show you how you don't have to have any kind of fancy cutters. Nancy is going to be using one that cuts the whole page all at one time to add the spirals. Now, I did buy mine off of Amazon. It came with the little spiralies here. But the one I bought does 10 holes at a time. It's a small punch. But I'm guessing you could probably use just like a little handheld. Kimberly says you definitely need a Dr. Pepper one, right? Yeah, I'm going to make one of those. And, but Nancy's going to show when she comes back in, also, you can just repurpose an old journal or a spiral notebook that you picked up at the store. And you can use the boxes for that. I'm also going to be using just scissors to do my cutting because I know a lot of you may or may not have a cutter. Hey, Mom, welcome in. You may not have a paper cutter, so all you can do this just with scissors. And I suppose if you had a spiral notebook and you just wanted to make a custom one, if you had a poker, a pokey tool, I don't know. My cousin didn't call it an awl, but that's my seam ripper. But if you got one of them little suckers right there, you can just poke holes in it, poke holes in the cardboard, and then put your spiral back on. But anyways, we are waiting on Miss Nancy to come back in. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think I'm going to be using this loose leaf graph paper. I think I'm going to punch the holes in it and use it for my thingy. Y'all, we got somebody in the basement. Welcome back, Miss Nancy.
I'm back.
So that's what I'm going to be using. So now, I showed them all the boxes I have. So now I'm going to switch off and put Nancy Big so she can show you what it looks like when we're done. Boop, there we go.
There you go. This is a Captain Crunch box. I actually used the back of the Captain Crunch box too.
That's
and
so
because of this was a one of the big giant ones, so some of it gets cut off because you're using what paper you have. 8.5 by 11. You can't make the if you make the how you call it, the box too big, then the edges start to bend because there's no paper there to keep it nice and straight. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yep. I do.
It's a little bit bigger because you don't want it too even. But other than that, ta-da! And you can put as many papers as you want. I put 50 in this one.
Everybody's saying hi.
Hello. I'm sorry, for some reason my Chrome is not wanting to work with my StreamYard. So
Oh,
I've been having to go to Edge.
I hope mine doesn't start acting up because I have mine on through StreamYard.
So
I mean through Chrome.
when we started, the opening was playing.
Hmm.
Okay, when those clips start, it freezes on me.
Mm. Well, I did notice that it automatically mutes, like when we play the videos, it automatically mutes us. But yours, it didn't mute because I heard you say we're live. Just a little funsies to let y'all know what goes on behind the scenes, y'all. But
Yeah,
okay, so let
and
me clear off some of this stuff, y'all. I'm gonna be using, like I said, I'm gonna be using this graph paper. Y'all see it in the little tiny window
I,
there?
I was gonna use graph paper. I can't find it, but I got candy boxes. I got tea boxes. I got I got generic cereal boxes.
Let's see
Look,
here.
but they're still cute. Look, instead of what is fruit rings? What cereal is this? I haven't
Fruit
had cereal.
Loops.
Fruit Loops instead of so I have that. So you don't have to buy the expensive boxes of cereal to get a cute notebook.
And I'm gonna put us back even. And y'all, check it out. You can also use construction paper. So I've got this here.
Oh, that'd be cool. For little kids.
And check it. So it is, whoa. If I turn my construction paper sideways, it is the exact width of the, or pretty dang close to the milk
To
bone.
the milk bones. That's
So I
awesome.
could cut it in half and make a cute little milk bone construction paper. So that would be really fun, I think.
What are you doing, monkey?
So
You pick
that's
it, pick
just,
that bag up and put it on the shelf.
just some different options. Let's see. Angel said her internet is way worse today than usual, so she is using her phone data. And since Angel she didn't really bring it up, but that made me think. So y'all, many, many thoughts and prayers to my neighbors to the north up in Kentucky. And I think maybe Missouri had some of those tornadoes come through as well. But for all those that are in that area that were affected with the tornadoes that came through last night, we're thinking and praying for y'all.
Amen. You talk about the pre bound spirals too.
Yeah, yes, I told them we're going to show them how to do that. I did not bring one down and show it, but you can use one. But yes.
Kimberly says that notebook's making her hungry.
The one that you had with the food on it.
Uh,
I think the Captain Crunch.
yeah. And I got apple bits and toasted oats.
Yeah, and here's the composition notebook style of the graph paper. So you can also just cut that off. But y'all, what was I getting ready to say? If you don't have any loose leaf notebook paper, or if you don't have any paper in general, but you've got some old spiral notebooks, and maybe in the back you've got like 4 or 5 pages, and whatever you were using that notebook for, you don't need those pages anymore. Pull those pages out, get yourself a little stack going up, and then you can use those and bind them and make a whole new notebook.
True.
So, all right, y'all. Y'all ready to get started? I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera. Oh, yeah, I showed y'all this one. It's the Pop-Tart box. But I thought this one would be a really cute one to cut down here and do a little top binded one.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're custom making your notebooks, you can put the binding on the other side so you can make it a left-handed notebook like for Miss Nancy.
Ooh.
Hey, Robert.
Woo, woo.
So, and if you have a notebook, so Nancy's going to show here in a little bit how we can recover a notebook that you bought. And if you are left-handed, this is a really good idea for y'all because you can decorate the back side, because once you open it, your paper is going to be the same. And then you can just...
True. Mr. Robert, I saw your comment. I haven't replied to my comments this week. I have been a little, how you call it, not under the weather. I'm just.
I understand.
So I'm gonna be using my my giant paper cutter to cut the paper once I cut the covers down. So I'm gonna leave this camera because this is my paper trimmer here, and it's too big to put under my camera. There's no room over here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is cut the boxes down first, and then we cut the paper.
And I told them I'm going to be using scissors. I do have a paper cutter. I just didn't dig it out. Well, I started to dig it out, and then I thought, you know what? Nancy's going to be using the paper cutter. I'm going to use scissors because y'all don't have to have any kind of fancy stuff to do this with.
So I'm going to do one large one and one of the candies.
And let me see if we zoom in. Do we want to zoom in? No.
The rest of the candy smells like chocolate, man.
So I'm going to cut up this Dr. Pepper box right here. I'm going to cut it up a little bit before I bring it over to the main desk. So how's everyone's weekend going?
I've been just chilling. It's been one of those weeks.
I've been making soap and reading a book series, which the book series is okay. I like it. I'm invested now in the storyline, which is a good thing. I'm not super crazy about some of her writing choices, but they're not so bad as to make me not want to read the books anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my camera over here on that side, like y'all can see me, and you cannot because I changed it. So anyway.
And if you wanted to, like this one here, this center spine, right here, like this, you can cut this down and make a bookmark out of that. So depend if you how you call it, strategically cut. So instead of cutting down here, like I did over here with the nutrition facts, just save this section and you can. That's a nice little bookmark. Okay,
is me cutting this box too noisy? Y'all let me know and I'll mute myself.
I need to move my cutter. There we go.
I guess I
need more space.
Here, I'm going to turn myself back around so y'all can see. Like, there's no easy way to cut this box. You just grab your scissors and you get to cutting. Okay, turn you back.
And this, because my cutter is only 12 inches, and the flap, I have to cut them off. But do it carefully that you don't mess up the box itself.
Whoa, I hit my camera. Okay. Now I'll flip myself back around.
The boxes from Dollar Tree, these are the no-name brand cereals from Dollar Tree. They don't have any cutesy stuff on the back. It's just it's the same on both ends. Like the Captain Crunch one has the different graphics on the back. So it's still nice having the graphics on both sides. Or if you don't want the graphics the same on both sides, you can get some chipboard and use it as a back paper. That's how where are they? Where did I put it? The spiral one from the store. Here we go. It has chipboard in the back.
Okay.
So if you don't want to use both covers for the front, I mean for the front and back, you can make two notebooks out of one box.
Let me grab a pen instead.
That's the way to stretch your supplies.
My mom said My mom said her weekend's going good. The babies came over so they could see their new haircuts. Yeah, Trevor said he was taking them to get haircuts. Okay, so we're going to scooch you over just a smidge.
Yeah, that's a cute bookmark. I have a laminator, so I might laminate the bookmark too.
I meant to bring a pencil in here. And did I? No.
And people might say, "Well, it's cardboard. You know, it's not going to last long." But the notebooks you buy from the store are cardboard, right?
True.
But if you wanted to, you can laminate the covers before you put them onto the notebook. If you want them to last a little longer.
So y'all, all I'm doing is I'm just tracing around my thing here. And I know that it's a little bit bigger than the paper. And I did that so that I could cut slightly inside of my pen marks.
There we go. One of the sides up and then cut all the way through.
And all I did was I just laid my paper right down on top of my book or on my cardboard here. And I just kind of semi-centered it as best I could with the image on it underneath. And now I'm just going to cut it out.
That's all you need to do.
Now, with this one, it's got a little slit here. Whoop, can you see it right there? So I'm going to have to tape that. If I was using smaller paper, I could have cut it right above it.
It's a sexy notebook. It's got a slit.
Ooh, fancy.
I've been binge watching Project Runway the last couple of days. So that's why they talk about slits and stuff. Okay, this is one of these is not straight. Hold on. Okay, somebody's not straight. Who is not straight? Tell me who's not straight.
Okay, and the other thing on mine, see how I went above this top crease? And this one's just for me. I don't want to cut off the bottom of my paper. So it's just going to be creased right here at the top. But once it gets bound, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But I want it to be long enough to cover the graph paper. So.
Okay. And when you cut the front and the back, make sure that they're more or less the same. What's happening here? You know what? I'm going to put them together and cut them together.
That works.
Because I'm cutting one and it's off from the other one. So we're going to stick them together here. And do it together. There we go. And we're going to do the top. And it should be. Come on. Stack right. And I'm sure you won't see the tiny difference, but I will. You know how I work sometimes. There we go. There's my cover.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is measure the cover, and then we're gonna cut the paper to that size. Because I have a fancy cutter.
She does. And I
And
have scissors. I don't have the fancy, but I wanted to show y'all what I did. Let me zoom down here. Wrong button. Okay, see I have just a teeny tiny bit. Let me do it this way.
you can make yourself biggie.
Okay. Just want to show y'all what I did, and Nancy touched on this a while ago. So all I did was I made my cover just a just a teeny tiny fraction bigger than the paper. Not much, just a teeny tiny bit. Let's see. Angel said her kids came over Tuesday. They hung out, enjoyed the nice weather. Then yesterday, hunkered down for all the bad weather. Tonight, she's just enjoying watching her friends do their talents. Aw. Well, I am glad that you had a nice time. And yeah, this weather is just, it was bad, y'all. It was really noisy in the book that I've been reading. Like in the book, they were dealing with a hurricane. So it was kind of weird that the hurricane was happening as it was like super storming bad here, and it was really windy, and it sounded like little pieces of hail hitting the roof. And so that was kind of creepy reading that part in the book. And then it was like happening outside my window.
I was gonna add. I didn't hear that first part that it was in the book. I was gonna ask you what hurricane.
Yep.
It's not hurricane season yet.
No, it was in the book. It was weird. Yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty weird. Okay. Oh yeah, I need another piece. It just dawned on me, y'all. I gotta have a backside. Let's see here. Well, we will just use this piece right here. Do I want to use that piece? Do
Earl sacrificing himself by buying all the candy boxes. He took one for the team, guys.
See, and check it out, y'all. I'm bad about like ripping my boxes. Like when I rip open my drinks. Where's it at? See, so that one got a big chunk took out of it, so I can't use that one. We'll just use the back side of the other one, whatever side. We'll just use this side.
See, I have this wrapper, and instead of doing it on the top here, we're gonna do it on the side here.
Oh, so it opens.
So it opens.
Okay.
But you can do it on the top too. Actually, the top will be better for left-handed and right-handed. But this
your
one
camera is doing the thing again, or your mic. I don't know why. It was good, and then it starts up again.
I'll check the everything in. Hold on. I moved the wrong thing.
So people that have more knowledge of technology than I do, what might some of the things be going on with Nancy's camera? Because it doesn't do it all the time. We unplugged it, separated, took the cell phone away, separated the two cameras.
The cell phone way in the living room.
So let us know if you have any suggestions on what might be causing it. Or is there a way to completely turn off the microphone? Well, when you switch cameras. Well, I don't know. Can you? But when you switch microphones, it should turn the other one off.
I don't know which if it when I switch cameras, does it switch the microphones too, or it stays with one microphone?
You can go into. Angel said, "Does it have noise cancellation mode?" I have no idea. I changed mine. I went into settings, and then audio, and I
have echoes.
But that's where I picked my microphone was from there. So like
Yeah,
my microphone is always from the same camera.
that's why my microphone is on the audio section. I have echo cancellation on. I have automatic adjust mic volume on. There's a reduce mic background noise.
Try that. We can try it and see.
It's on now.
Okay.
Is it doing anything?
Try talking.
Talking? I'm talking.
Well, it worked for like a second. I don't know. Let's leave it on and see if it does any better. But like a while ago, it was doing it even when you weren't saying anything. So we'll try it and see.
I'm sorry, guys.
We are aware of it, so we're just gonna roll with it and see what we can do.
So now I'm gonna measure my box, so that way I can cut my paper. So we got here 7 1/4. Slightly larger than 7 1/4. So 7 1/2 will be good. You have to measure your boxes depending on how you cut your boxes. And this is 10, so I'm gonna do 10 1/8. Okay. So I'm gonna do this one with 40 sheets. And I'm using 32-pound copy paper, so it's nice and thick and soft and beautiful. One. I was gonna use regular copy paper, but we don't have regular. I use this when I do my printables, too, for my journals.
Kimberly's got an idea. That is a good idea. She said it might be fun to mix your covers, one for the front and a different one for the back, kind of like 7-Up and Seagram's.
Oh.
Seagram's makes me think of that Bruce Willis commercial from back in the day. Seagram's golden wine cooler. Things that pop in my head. Okie dokie. Now then. Going to... Where's my pen? But yeah, so it also, if you're not a liquor drinker, which I know Miss Kimberly is not, she's being funny, but you could do, Dr. Pepper on one side, Mountain Dew on the other, or like
I have 2 cereals. You can put 2 cereal boxes.
Or like me, I've got one that's got milk bone. So on the other one, I might could do like milk bone on one side, and then like none of my cat treats come in a big box, but I could buy like a thing of cat food on the other side, Any number of things that you can mix and match. They can go together or they can be completely unique and different. Just 2 different things that you enjoy.
Okay, I was quiet because I was counting.
Okay, Kimberly says, but I couldn't think of a non-drink classic combo. Jack and Coke. Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper.
Well, you can get the different flavors of this, like vanilla Coke and cherry Coke. Okay, we're gonna do 7 1/2 first. I'm going to my big chopper here, because I can cut up to 1 inch at a time.
And Angel said that your audio is doing good now, so maybe that works.
I don't know.
It's working for now, so we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah. 7 1/2. Close.
And like Nancy was saying, hang on to your little strips because you can make some bookmarks with those. I'll toss them over there. But I'm definitely going to have to go get my tape. And my tape is in the other room because I was using it when I was boxing up Not boxing, but when I was shrinky dinking my soaps.
Shrinky dinking.
Yep. Hey, Rudy. Let's see. Kimberly says, or Laverne and Shirley, milk and Pepsi. Or you could do like, yeah, I was gonna say like a
It didn't cut
ice
the last
cream.
one.
Ice cream.
The ice cream bars.
Oh yeah. Okay. I've about got it, y'all. Okay. Haha, now I got a front and a back. I guess I could zoom back out.
Okay.
Rudy, Nancy can't type because she is on panel. So, but we are busy crafting.
Then 10 and the 8 the other way.
I got a little bit of ink left on this one. Ought to be okay. It's just for me.
Wait a minute. I'm cutting the paper bigger.
Whoopsies.
I'm adding to the paper instead of taking off. It just dawned on me. Yep. I was adding to the paper. Look.
Whoops. Wrong way. Okay.
Okay. Let me measure this again.
I got to cut this one a little bit smaller because I didn't. I'm just going to do it this way. So once you get your top and your bottom, your front and your back done.
So 7 1/8, I have to cut it.
So Nancy's having to cut her paper, and I am cutting my covers to match the paper that I already have. So you can do it either way, but if you need to cut your paper down, you can. Okay, there we go. Where did my little trash
So
thing
9
go?
7/8.
Where? That's not the one I was looking for, but that'll work. Okay.
So now I have to get this one 7 1/8.
Let's see here. See, my old cup hole puncher, like when I used to do it at work, it had a place for the cover, which was slightly out just a little bit. So I may do that here and just do my cover just a tiny bit. Y'all can't see what I'm doing here. Like right here, it has guides. So right here is where if you're doing like a letter size piece, you would line your paper up. You can't really see it because it's clear, but maybe if I turn it, sort of kind of, you can kind of see it right there. You line your paper up here. So since my cover is just a teeny weeny bit bigger, I'm going to put my, line my cover up to the outside of this little line instead of to the inside where the paper is going to go. And my little hole puncher here does 10 punches per punch. It does 10 holes and it says for a letter size paper, you would do 30 punches, 30 holes.
This didn't cut right.
And it's got these little opening, or these little things that are popped up right here. So when I get ready to do my next 10 punches, you line up your holes with these here that are already punched. And that way you know where to line your paper up. So when you punch your next set of holes, they'll still be evenly spaced.
I'm going to start this again.
Okie dokie. And I need to get my instructions out because I think it says to line up like a skip one and then do 2, 3, 4 so that the 1 is kind of hidden behind here, but then it'll still do 10. But I need to double check my instructions on that. I set them somewhere. Oh, they're right here. No, they're not right here. Okay, that's
whatever I did.
Yeah, it is.
It was too short to recut it that short. I was cutting an 1/8 of an inch off. It didn't like that.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm doing, the paper I just cut, I'll use it for the whoppers. Because I'll have to cut that a little smaller anyway. I don't know if you understand it yet. I'm counting again.
Okay. So, yes, I was correct. So, I'm going to punch my holes. And then I'm going to scooch them all the way over. And number 1 hole is right here. So, it'll be, so if you're counting from here over 1 to 10. So, then I line up 2, 3, and 4 with these little notches, which are right here. Whoop, focus back down. Y'all can't see it. Right there. That. Kimberly says fancy hole punch. No, mine is a within my budget hole punch. This one cost around $25-ish, and it came with some little spirals and the hole punch. And they had one that was even smaller. It was a mini one. Hey Izzy, welcome in. So I figured I would just do this one. She said she's still in the hospital, so I'm gonna have to get off. That's okay. Hopefully everything is still going well.
I grabbed the wrong paper.
That's okay. So I'm gonna set this over here.
I'm doing good today, aren't I?
Okay. So what?
I'm glad I didn't cut it yet because I grabbed cardstock instead of copy paper.
Okay. So I'm going to turn my boxes and line them back up again. There we go. Are we the same? What am I hooked on? There we go. Okay. And then we're going to slide it in. Will it both go in there or is it too thick? Oh, it goes in. So that would be too far. That works right there. Are we all the way back? Seeing if we're all the way back. How far back do we go? Hold on. We did go all the way back. Hoo-wee. Okay. So.
Okay, I need one more sheet.
I think mine is supposed to do 6 sheets of paper at a time, so I'm hoping that it will do this 2 cover at a time. I might ought to do it 1 at a time. Let's do it 1 at a time.
Mine,
hey, Lisa. Welcome in.
Hey, Miss Lisa.
She said she's been here since the beginning, but she is listening while knitting. Awesome.
Mine says it does 6 pages at a time, but because I'm using the 32-pound paper, it won't do 6 pages at a time. So it depends on the thickness of your paper.
Yeah. Well, since I don't want to like mess up like all my stuff at one time. So I'm going to there we go.
Okay, cutting paper again.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do both of those because that would not have been got me 10 little holes in there, y'all. Okay. So now I got to scooch it back in here. So this number 1 is going to be hidden. And then I'm going to put these 3 on here. Maybe. Come on. Line you up. 1, 2, 3. You got to get in there. Are you all the way back?
I'm not cutting right.
Okay.
This is
it's in there.
Why aren't you cutting right? Tell me.
Ten more holes.
Why is it when I go live is when my stuff decides to go wacko?
It likes to do what it does. Okay, so there's no way that I'm going to get 10. What the heck, man? Okay. There's no way that I'm going to get 30 holes on this. So, I guess I need another hole up here. Oh, I know. We'll do it this way. This is a learn as we go, folks. Okay. Well, I got a little extra one down here. That's okay. Like I said, this one's just for me. Okay. So I don't know where it got that it would do 30 holes. So let's look. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It did 28. I don't know. I don't know where it got 30 from, unless it was.
Look what it's doing. I don't know if you can tell. That's not straight.
Was it? Is that your cutter?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe do fewer sheets at a time. I don't know. Try it.
Well,
and see.
I did the Captain Crunch 50 sheets, and this is 40.
True. And then I also didn't get this one all the way back, so it's not even. But again, this one's for me, so it's okay. It's okay.
I'll probably make this one for Jay. He won't mind.
All right, so now I'm going to line this one back up the way I did the first one, just because, so that my front and my back line up. And I'm going to mute myself because I know this is loud when I'm pushing.
You better behave. I threw the box away.
So I got a little carried away. I didn't get it pushed back in there, right? Look, see?
Look, that cut nicely right there.
Look at that. That did not. I messed it up. It's all going wonky. Yeah. That's okay. We're going to keep going.
Let's see. Okay. I need to cut a little bit off the top and of the box because I cut the paper a little bit too short.
Okay.
So we're just going to see from the bottom. I'm going to cut a sliver. I had to use that word today. I use it every other day. It's just cutting a sliver off. So this one can move to way over there. Because I cut a sliver off the last time. We're going to cut it from the bottom.
I semi-fixed it. It'll be okay.
As
my granddaughter says, it'll be all right.
This will be Jay's new sketchbook. Oh, I remember, be careful when you punch the hole in the back, that you put it on the opposite side, that you do the front. Because
I think I did.
Because if you punch them the same way like this, right? When you do if you flip it to the back, the holes will be on the wrong side.
I think I did it right. I did.
Oh, this is good. Right.
See now I'm doing my paper.
Now, so I'm going to grab my cutter, my hole puncher, and show that off. And yes, it costs a little pretty penny, but I inherited it from my mother-in-law. So I would not pay that much money for a hole puncher. So
Kimberly might be right, but what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to stick this in. Hey, Cicely. Hey, Sonja. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it back in and punch these holes again. They'll just be wider. But I need because I don't think my spiral will line up to these right here. Welcome in. It has been a while. How have you been?
Hello, hello.
We are playing around with it's like it's hitting something, and it may be on this cardboard here. because there's nothing in there for it to be hitting on. I need to repunch those.
I'm going to flip my camera so you can see my puncher.
Okay. Yes. And I can make you big if you need me to.
I have the Pro Click P50. And I may have to see the holes down there. I may have to empty it out first. Yeah, it's full.
And I think what the problem is, this is the side that this is one of the sides that I cut. And it's probably not super duper straight. So it probably, like right here, it kind of dips down. So I think it was trying to hit that. But now I got wider holes. It's all good. It's not going to come undone because I still have cardboard over here and it's in the middle. So.
And I'm keeping this confetti. So I've been putting it inside a Ziploc bag.
And now I can cut my paper. All right, so I've got my front and my back. And y'all stick around because we're going to show you how to, now let's see if my holes line up. Oh, yeah, they do. That's the other thing. Sweetness. Woohoo. All right. Miss Cicely said she has been doing good. Her auntie passed away and her funeral is next Saturday. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope y'all have a nice celebration. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna mute myself again while I open up this pack of paper.
You never know when you're gonna need confetti. So I'm keeping the confetti. And since I do different colors, there's different color confetti. So this one here, like Pam's, also has two sections. This I don't know if you can you see it? Let me zoom you in as far as you can. There we go. Okay. They have words here. One says, I cannot read. And I put my phone in the living room. Let's get this really close so you guys can read it for me. It's hard to see. Can you see it?
Bring it, is it in the gray?
Down here.
Hold on, let me make you big. Okay, what are we reading? Okay. Starts with an O. Oh, there we go. Oversized and standard.
Okay.
Oversized is on top. Standard was at the bottom.
See, there's a little step right here. I'm not doing oversized because it's only like a 1/16 of an inch on top and bottom. So this here is fun. You just slide it in, and I do this. Make sure that it's back in there, and then do this, and you got that. Earl says when I'm working with notebooks, it sounds like you're working with packing tape. And it goes both ways, so you can go this way and then take it back the other way. Ta-da.
So maybe it's okay. So I'm looking at this thing. So maybe it's saying for a notebook, like a standard pack of paper, that you do 26 punches, but maybe legal size you do 30. Do y'all know what the letters are for? Anybody know what the letters are for standard paper sizes? So like you got A5, A4, and a B5.
A4 is 8.5 by 11.
A4?
That's what I know.
Okay, well that's what I thought. Well, this is not giving me 30 for that. So we're just gonna roll with it.
This is going to happen because all these papers, the covers that we're cutting are not going to be standard or anything.
Yeah, mine's got that too.
You're gonna have like a hole that's half cut.
Yep, mine's got that too. Let me.
Just a touch of daddy.
Okay, that's fine because the holes are going to be consistent as far as the spacing of them, so it's going to line up. It's all good.
Yeah. There isn't. another machine called that you use a comb instead of spiral.
Yes, and the comb binding method is what I used to always use at my last job. So I
Me
have
too.
several things that I have bound that way. Instead of getting instead of a round thing like this, though, you get like little tiny rectangles.
And it's like it does this number like this. So you got this is open. You put the paper in this section, and then it closes up after you take it out of the machine.
Which you can get some spirals that do that because some of the spirals came with mine do that as well. Yep, my mom
Yeah.
said we used to save our whole punch pieces all year at work to throw at the New Year's Eve party at the house with the grandkids. Yes, I used to save mine from work too.
Oh,
She
you
probably
want
still picking up little pieces of paper.
my dad is a preacher, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he worked for engineer his whole life, and they like to prank each other at work. And what the place that he worked at had ceiling fans.
Oh
So
no.
what he did one day was put a bunch of hole punch stuff on top of the ceiling fan blade, and he told the guy walking by, "I'm hot. Can you turn that ceiling fan on?" So there was confetti everywhere on top of the guy.
That's pretty funny though.
Yeah,
Okay.
you only have to do that once to know not to do it again.
I bet there were dots everywhere. Okay, we're gonna turn this.
I'm sure the cleaning ladies didn't appreciate that.
Probably not.
Like I said, what the long side didn't punch. I mean, didn't cut right, but I'm not gonna waste paper. So this is Jay's little new sketchbook because he's running out of space in his new old one. Yeah, I'm only able to do 4 sheets at a time. See if you get take this to a get all your stuff ready. If you wanted to do this, get all your paper cut, get all your covers cut, and take it to like Staples or Home Depot, Office Depot, and they can do it for you. Do I have it nearby? No, I don't have it nearby. I have a little. Is it up here?
Okay, so I'm gonna do fewer pages. It says it'll do 6, but can y'all see how this has like shiny? It's got like it's got a film on here that's to help keep it from ripping when you put it in your
Yeah.
3-ring binder. So it's making it a little harder for me to punch. So I'm just gonna do fewer holes at a time or fewer pages at a time.
Yeah.
It'll just take me a minute longer.
When I try to do more than 4 pages, this thing gets stuck. It won't roll. There we go. We got paper. We got front cover. We got back cover. And we got holes that line up.
Yay!
And then we got more confetti. And I'm still learning. I'm sure that there's a cheat sheet online that I haven't looked for yet, where it tells you what size spiral to use with how many pages. I'm sure there's something out there that shows us that. But I'm like I said, I'm still learning. I got a bunch of spirals.
Kimberly says this would be great to do while watching TV or chatting on the phone. Yeah, just getting your papers, your holes punched, everything prepped. I agree.
So this one looks like it's gonna be. Hold on, let me get the other box. This is the smallest one. That's not too big.
Keep wanting to make sure that I'm pushed all the way in, y'all.
Here's the smallest one. So I have, I think, 3/8 to 1 inch in here. And this was like $20 for this whole box.
Oh, wow. That's a good deal.
Mm-hmm. I wish they had the packages labeled by size, you know. Actually, this is too small. See what I do? I put it next to the notebook. If it's about the same width as the notebook, you don't want to do that because then the pages won't turn. So just, you need to get this a little bit. Lisa says, bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye, Lisa. Thanks for popping in. I'm excited y'all it lined up. Okay. Back to it. So now that I know how this bad boy works, it would have been better if I had had a bunch of these pages already punched prior to it starting, but you know, it's a learning experience. So Nancy is almost done with hers, so while I'm still over here punching holes, she can show y'all how to cover a spiral that you've already got. Now I'm gonna mute myself while I punch some more holes again.
This one's good. Okay. And so I don't forget what's in this box. Was it's all white? I put that on the top. Because if I don't know what's inside the bag, you know how many times I open it up to find out what's inside the box? Every time. So it doesn't matter if you start from the bottom or the top. This is the tedious part because can I get you let me get you a little closer. There we go. And then I'll lower you. There we go. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes, and I'm going to make you big so that they can see better. There we go.
Yeah, the beginning is gonna be fiddly because you're trying to get the front cover, the back cover, and the pages in between. And then you start rolling them in to the holes. And you just keep on rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What's the name of the song? I don't know.
Rawhide.
Something like that. And you just keep on rolling until you get to the end. This is the part I really don't care for. I like the punching and the cutting the paper and all this stuff, but it's like, okay, how many more holes do I have to go through? But when at the end, you got a nice little notebook that you made yourself. You know what I did try to find, Miss Pam? I tried to find a Skittles box to make you one, but they didn't have Skittles boxes at Dollar Tree.
That would have been super cute.
Yes.
Angel said, what about rolling on the river? Rolling on the river.
When I was watching Project Wonder, they started talking about Tina Turner.
She's from Tennessee.
You really?
Mm-hmm. She's from a town. Let's see. Nutbush. No, is it Nutbush or is it Frog Jump? Nutbush, I think. I know we got some weird names.
Isn't there a song called Nutbush or something?
Yeah, I think that's by her. I think that's where yeah.
I've heard a song that has a Nutbush word in it.
Nutbush City Limits.
Yeah. And these spirals, they come a little bit bigger than your papers. So I'll show you how to cut and bend the little plastic edges. And I keep the offcuts, so when we're doing the candies, I should have one that's long enough to do the candies. You know I don't throw things away. But I think I may need to. And talking and doing this is made this a little bit faster than me just sitting here by myself. Because I'm almost done. And then as you go, you keep on rolling it around here. Because it does stretch a little, so you don't want it to be too stretched out. So as I go, I keep on doing this and rolling in the same direction as the spiral. Does that make sense?
It does. And y'all, I mean, you can even go even fancier than the machines that either Nancy or myself, either one have. They have one that is electronic, and once you get it going like that, you lay it on top of the spiral machine and you press the button and it goes zip and it rolls the spiral all the way across for you. Just thought I'd share. My mom said, yep, it is Nutbush. Hey, Karen, welcome in.
Hey, Miss Karen. And I don't make enough notebooks to justify buying one of those. And what I do, even though it stops right here, I go out a couple more after the spiral, just a little bit more, and then grab this and twist it a little bit. There you go. So what I do is grab my little plier here that has a cutting edge right here, and not where it goes into the hole right here. Go to the next one over and cut it. We'll go to do that on the back. You want to cut it. See right here. This you don't want to cut this one. You want to cut the one that's after the notebook. And snip. And then do the same thing over here. Snip. It's all a little fiddly everywhere. So you just manipulate the spiral and the plier. Grab it. Get in there. Almost there. Snip. And see, this is a piece that is 4 inches. So it'll be a great size for the Whopper box. Okay, now you don't want this to unravel on you, right? So what you do, put your notebook straight up, and then you grab the end and grab the end and fold it towards the other spirals.
Oh, so the little plastic ones do bend. Okay, good. I was wondering about that because I know the metal ones you can bend like that, but I wasn't sure about the plastic ones, so that is good to know.
Yeah, but you have to get it just right for it to bend. There we go. You see it? It's bent right there. That one?
Yep.
Hey,
Miguel.
Do the same thing on top.
Okay. Actually, this one all the way down.
This one didn't cut right. There we go. There we go, like this. Grab it and you bend it towards the spiral. You don't bend it out. I bent it out the first time and it started unraveling on me. Can you see? Did it bend? I can't tell. It didn't bend enough. Hold on. There we go. No, it didn't.
I had to repunch that hole because I didn't get it back enough. So, Mr. Miguel, how are you doing this evening?
The first notebooks I did, I had to do that because I didn't. There we go. See
Well,
how
I was trying to do 4 at a time instead of 3 at a time, and so I just got to make sure that it's all the way pushed back
you see
before
how
I pull.
it's bent right there.
Yes.
So you got a notebook that turns the pages. See if you make the spiral too small, you won't be able to turn the pages like this.
So that turned out really cute. So y'all, everybody go check your cabinets, see what kind of goodies you got.
I was wanting to do the mini cereal boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cute notebooks.
Oh, they would be. Hey, Diane. Miguel said, groggy and hungry. Just woke up from a long nap. Nice. Sometimes your body just tells you need a nap.
So I'm gonna do the pre-made spiral.
Okay, and I'm going to go back to doing 3 pages at a time, and I'm going to let Nancy take this over. I'm going to mute myself while I just zip through some of these so y'all can see me punching holes over here on the side. And then, yeah.
You can if you wanted to. You see that where the spiral is bent right here? You can straighten that spiral and take this whole spiral out if you wanted to. But we don't want to do that because we want to show you if you only have one of these and you can customize it. Let me get
And I don't know if I said this. I know I said this on my live the other night. So these here, they're all different widths. Like I thought maybe we could just unzip one, get the hole puncher, and then zippity doo dot back in. But this one had like 48, and one of the other ones that I counted had 31, and some of them had like as far as the number of holes in the thing, so it's not going to line up right. And I'm sure that the makers of the notebooks did that on purpose. So, but yeah.
Also, when you go online, they'll tell you how many holes per inch for the spirals.
And most of the ones, actually, I think all of the ones that I saw on Amazon are 4.
Yeah.
Here you go, Miss Angel. I bought a big one, but yeah, I'm just going to cut it down to make it fit. But yes, the regular size box, just this 8-pack, would make a cute little notebook as well. And my mom said, Nancy, that looks really nice.
Thank you. Once you get over all the hiccups.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's how crafting is, y'all. It's a trial and error.
Oh, this is great. This spiral has a black edge on this around here. So if you want, you can cut this where it leaves a black edge, and it frames the notebook out. And I'm using green just in case this green showed through. So I'm gonna cut this open.
That works. And y'all, in the description I put in there, you can use double-sided tape. You can use glue.
Mm-hmm. And also, this here, the notebook color, you can put cardstock here first, and then you do the cereal box or whatever box. So it covers up the color that, because this may not always be the color of the box that you want. So you can get like black cardstock and cover the whole thing. Because I wasn't planning on doing that, but this is just right. Here we go. We're doing apple bits this time. See right here? Look at that. And I'm going to do it for the back too, because this notebook, this back is very flimsy. So you're going to have a hard cover and then the back flimsy. We don't want that. So we're going to trim the back and cover the back as well.
And Karen said kids would like these. I think so too. And y'all, you can also make these to put, like, if you're like me and have a whole bunch of patterns that you've printed off, or patterns that you want to do, you can bind them up, put them in there, create your own little pattern book.
I did that.
Um,
Let me grab it. And I even put a cover on it and everything.
woohoo!
This one.
Nice.
This is what I'm striving to do for 2025. These projects in here. So I use cardstock to separate each pattern. So you see that the blues is different patterns. And I had this hat sizer thing that I laminated years ago, and I didn't know what to do with it. And it's the back cover of my notebook. See? It was already laminated and everything. And I used matte matte laminating sheet on the front, so you can see the difference with matte and clear and glossy. So let me see if this one's the same, more or less. It doesn't matter because we're not attaching it to each other, but we wanted to make sure that it covers the back nicely. There we go. I'm gonna use double-sided tape on this one. So put the double-sided tape on the cover itself because this is bigger than this. So you don't want to have over what's that thing called? Sticky tape exposed.
I gotcha. So y'all have decided that 3 is good. 4 is good, but it's hanging up, and I think what's hanging up is where the holes are at on the paper. So they're going down just a little bit. So when I go to slide it, they're catching on the little hole punches, which is causing it to go off. But it's doing pretty good, I think.
So if you don't have your own hole puncher and paper cutter or whatever, just grab a spiral. It's plain and simple.
Hey Aisha, welcome in. And y'all, these are little tiny holes. So, but they're also about the size of an individual hole punch. So I mean, you know, if you really wanted to get if you felt super, you know, confident in your abilities, you could do one at a time. It would take you a while, but you could do it.
Yeah.
So welcome in, Miss Aisha. How are you doing this evening?
Hello, madam.
So I figured I was gonna do, I think, 50 pages. Where's my little? I thought that my little thing came with with instruction sheets. So I probably hid it. It's probably
don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share Mr. PM out.
Thank you.
Mr. Earl's home.
Well, hello.
Hey, sometimes Earl.
Hey, be creative, Pam.
Did you forget her name?
Be creative, Pam.
Okay, but the way you said it, it's like you were thinking about who she was.
Pam, who is she? Who is you? You be creative.
Oh, we got to show your face because it's sometimes Earl. So we have to have a
Earl needs a shave.
We need a sometimes Earl.
Hello
Hey,
there.
Earl.
See, sometimes Earl.
Oh, and y'all, you know what else you can do with these? You can, like, you know, if you have recipes, you can make your own recipe book.
Yes.
So Miss Aisha says she is good. What are y'all making? So we are making custom spiral notebooks. So you can or using cartons. So I'm using a Dr. Pepper carton. I've also got a Pop-Tart container here. I've got a dog bone box.
That is weird. I just made one, didn't I?
So all kinds of goodies that we're just showing how you can recycle your boxes that your snacks come in or your cereal and turn them into the covers for a custom spiral notebook.
Here's a Captain Crunch one. And seriously, I can't find the one that I just finished, guys. Not yet, honey.
Did Jay take it? You said it was his.
Yeah, but he hasn't been out here.
Did
That is.
you turn this off?
No, I didn't. Oh, the power went out.
Oh,
The whole house.
really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Karen says to Nancy, she saw your
A
big
few seconds.
She said
What was
she
that?
got the all in grannies for $3.40.
Ooh.
deal.
Yeah, because they're like $8, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah, 7 something.
Mm-hmm. $7.50 at Walmart. It was $7.99 at Joann's before the sales or the discounts.
So that's a good deal.
That is weird, guys.
Did it fall on the floor?
No.
Did you set your spirals on top of them?
No, the spirals are on the floor.
Did it go in the box with the spirals?
No, there's no room in the box with the spirals from anything else but the spirals. That is so weird.
I didn't see where you said it. Karen said, yep, she got the purple and the green one. Sweet.
Okay, here we go. I don't know what that one is, but we'll find it in a second. So we got double-sided tape on the back of this. See the shiny shit? And what I'm going to do, because nothing is ever cut exactly the same way. So we're going to line it up on this edge right here, because that's the main edge and not the bottom. So grab it and drop it. See, this is why the green didn't matter, because I had a green box.
Drop it like it's hot.
And not only that, it reinforces your front cover now. Ta-da.
Yeah, because some of those spirals are very thin. The
Now
covers.
like this one here. So I'm doing the back as well to cover the back. So I'm gonna double-sided tape this one.
And y'all, the best time to get spirals is back to school, because after back to school or right around back to school, because they will be cheap, inexpensively cheap. Like sometimes you can find them for $0.25 or maybe even a dime. I know.
I get my composition notebooks. I'm doing back to school. I get them for 50 cents a piece.
Yep. At Walmart, even cheaper than Dollar Tree. Because Dollar Tree, they will still be $1.25. So go over to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything is cheaper at Dollar Tree. Go to Walmart during back to school time because you can get a great deal.
Yeah, crayons and markers. When my nieces and nephews were still in school, I would give them little back to school little treat boxes with a box of crayons, a box of markers, a notebook, pencils, erasers, and it didn't cost me much because you got it less than $1 a piece. Because I have 8 nieces and nephews. And my last niece just turned 18 on Tuesday. We have all adults in our family now. And you can find the double-sided tape at Dollar Tree.
Well, happy birthday to your niece. And Miss Angel wants to know if you're going to black Sharpie the edges to match the cover.
She noticed that, didn't she?
I didn't put the Sprite yet.
You can.
Which Sprite? I don't know. I could do that. Mr. Arnold, do you still have my large Sharpie marker?
I don't know.
It's not on the floor with your supplies.
I don't know.
I do not know because Miss Angel noticed something. I was gonna be cheap and not do that. Be lazy. I was gonna be lazy. I'll look at my little bag.
An angel calling you out.
Yeah, Angel, I thought you were my friend.
Yeah.
How could you? I got a purple. I got a purple Sharpie. Girl says she's my friend. No, because I have those big jumbo ones. Oh, I do have this one. I can use that one because you don't have to go too far in. Miss Angel, I don't like you. Go to your room. Oh, she has an upside down happy face.
She's teasing. She loves you, Angel.
You know I do. Angel, do you love him more?
Yeah. Pam loves me more than you.
Do you love him more than me?
Oh, look. See, she didn't say nothing. See? Don't be jealous, Nancy. It's okay to be second.
Still be jealous.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You got songs here now. This is the marker. I got a pop shelf. It's like a Sharpie, but it looks prettier with the silver barrel.
Need to see how many pages I got here because I think my spirals will only hold 50 sheets. I was gonna do the whole thing, but I think that was a pack of 100. So.
Miss Angel says, "I love the Caldwell family."
Aw. All right, so I got 35 sheets so far. So I'm almost there. I need to pull it up. That's what I'll do. I'll pull it up on my phone and see what, because I can't find the instructions. They probably fell on the ground.
Miss Angel, I love you. I love you, but I'm not gonna do the black along the spiral. That'd be too much.
Okay, let's look at this little machine here. 10 hole punch. Oh, 4 sheets of hole reinforcements. That's what this is. Okay. It came with reinforcements.
Ooh.
That's what that is.
I'm say.
I could put, well, I'd have to put it on the back side too, though. So it don't, yeah.
There you go. I did 3 sides, Angel.
Okay.
If you want to go in between all these little spirals, be my guest. Now I gotta make sure this is nice and even so I can get that nice and even. So I tap the pages to one side. Now,
so while you're doing that, this does say, this puncher here says it will do up to 10 pages at a time, but like I said, since this has got the little shiny stuff, it's not doing 10. That's too many.
Yeah, mine, if you do the 24-pound copy paper, it will do 6. I didn't color it enough to cover the cardboard. So I'm going back and adding a little bit more. Just for Miss Angel. It's not black on the spiral on the front. Yes, it is. It's just cut. Look. Ha, you didn't notice that, did you? Ha. That's why I mentioned that I wasn't going to do it on the spiral. Okay, now line it up on the side, on the bottom. It does look nicer with the black. I know. There you go. And like I said, it makes the back of the notebook a lot sturdier too. You see? So you don't have to have a hole punch. You just need some spiral notebooks and you got your own special notebook. And I am beyond perplexed where the other one went. Because I did not get up, didn't I? Or did I?
I don't think so. Okay, so it doesn't tell me how many of these do. So let's just get a binder out here. Get a thingy out here. Let me mute myself so you're not hearing all.
I'm over here on my side table, seeing if I for some reason dropped it off over here on the side tables. I'm sure if I had the camera facing up, you guys would have seen where I put it.
Okay. Well, I can do a few more pages.
Up here? No. Up here? No. I lost it. So we got that. And we got that. It looks so cool.
Oh, and Karen said you did get up when you got your crochet pattern book.
Yeah, I went back there. I didn't leave it behind there either.
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Found it.
Found it. It was under my Goodwill book. Don't know why it got that low in the stack. There's this one. So you can switch back to you while I get custom paper for the Whoppers and make a little one.
Okay, I'm just still hole punching, y'all, because you know. But all I'm doing is just punching holes in my paper.
I'm going to cover the inside of the Whoppers because there was candy here, and it left some marks on the paper. So I'm going to just grab some regular cardstock. That's paper. I'm gonna have to go through my papers again to see which was which because I messed up. I have a little tray here that has my 32-pound paper, has my 65-pound paper, and then 110-pound paper. And I think I messed up on that. We're okay. We got this. We got this. It looks like Mickey Mouse. What looks like Mickey Mouse?
Probably this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. What did you show a while ago?
I was showing the notebooks.
When you tossed them all out there? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
She said yes to you.
Oh, okay. So the little hole punchies. Okay, I'm going to mute myself again.
I need to unclog my glue. I'm gonna put this with the cardstock. Thank you, Miss Sarah. There we go. And I'll open it up again. You know, I could have gone to Michael's today to do part of my shopping with plaid video.
Yes.
And not buy anything. I would do a quick this is where you get this product from.
Uh-huh.
And We didn't do it. I know I had to go to Michael's for something, but I couldn't figure it out.
You couldn't remember what it was, and then you're like, oh yeah.
Well, after getting my gigantic box of polyfill, there was no more room to go.
That is a huge thing of polyfill. So y'all, if you're not familiar with what she's talking about, she went to Joann's today, and they are having, they're still having their clearance sale, and you can still get some great deals. And I think the stuff was 75% off plus then an extra 25% off or something ridiculously crazy like that today. So y'all, if there's anything you're still needing, go check out your Joann's.
They had a lot of yarn still.
Depending on what location you're in, go check it out, because some of them were still getting new merch. So
yeah, mine as you walked into the door, they have a sign 7 days left. I was like, oh no, but that's okay. I don't need anything else. But I have plenty of fiber fill to make a bunch of emotional support animals.
I did debate going to mine today, or yesterday, but I did not go.
So check soon for more animals coming out. Because I got plenty of polyfill. I think it's as tall as I am. Or had to squish it down to close the trunk. Mine is open till the 29th. This is says I'm still here. I'm watching y'all's video right now.
Nice. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here tonight. And I think, you know what? Let me go get the videos, because y'all deserve an Earl dance for being here and hanging out with us tonight and just being here. And if you're catching the replay, we appreciate y'all too. So just thank you, everybody. So let me go find it. Here's our sometime Earl dance. Woo! Go Earl! Go Earl! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo, woo! Thanks, Earl. Hopefully it didn't. Oh, it didn't freeze you this time. So yay!
It won't freeze me on edge.
Oh, okay, that's right. It was you were on the other thing.
Yeah. So here, if by any chance you get a box that you don't like the inside, you can always cover it up like I just did. I did it with white paper since it was already white. So now we're going to measure, and the paper that got mixed up the first time, I'm going to use that stack to cut the paper for this. And I'll remember to cut it less than the cover. Let me get my little note.
That's right. See, y'all, she didn't toss it in the trash. She just saved it because she knew she could use it.
Yeah. So we got here, it is 6.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 5/8. So I can cut the paper 6.5. Because you want it smaller, not larger, Nancy.
I'm going to count again.
Okay. Who do y'all make that? My sister wants to know how we make our notebooks. 3 7/8.
Well, I've got a 10-hole hole punch here. Let me zoom back out. That I got off of Amazon. Boop. And I'm just punching the holes. Mine came with these little spirals. Not a whole lot, but a few. You can buy them on Amazon. And then we're just using boxes. I'm using a Dr. Pepper carton that my 24-pack of Dr. Peppers was in, and punched holes in those, and just making custom spiral notebooks. You can use a cereal box. You can use an empty Pop-Tart box. You can use, like Nancy's using now, an empty candy box. All kinds of stuff.
Now I'm going to cut the paper down to fit inside. And then we can cut the holes and spiral it too.
To make cute little custom spirals.
Yep. Get up there. Okay. I need to cut this 3 7/8. Let's do that first. 3 7/8. I got a fancy cutter. You can cut it by hand with your scissors, with the paper trimmer. I have a stack cutter that cuts a big giant stack of papers that I got from the amazing Miss
Yes.
Angel.
And I cut mine with scissors. I do have a paper cutter. Paper cutter is easier and faster. However, not everybody has one. So just grab yourself some scissors. Cecily said, how did you make the paper? I am using a pack of, it was just loose leaf. Mine was just loose leaf. There we go. Loose leaf graph paper that I had in my stash. So I just poked holes in it. So it still has the 3-ring binder holes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let me switch
And
the
then I
camera.
just poked the spiral holes in behind it. You can also, like, if you have a spiral notebook, let me grab this one right here. Like, so if you have a spiral notebook and you have extra pages in the back, just rip those out. Like this one here has got the perforations, so you could just like cut the perforate, tear it out from the perfs, and then just poke your own holes, and then you cut your box top. You cut your box a little bit bigger than your paper, and then you just bind it up. Karen said she saw one with a chip bag. Oh, yeah. You could do that as well.
Hey, right now I cut this paper down for the whoppers, right? But you still have this stack of papers. So you can just bind this stack of papers with your own cover. And you have this long stack of papers too. So don't throw it away.
And if I counted right, y'all, all I need is one more little stack of 3, and then I will have my stack of 50 pages. So let's just do one more little section, and then I will be ready to... And I said Ellie and Asher would love little notebooks like the Whopper one. They would, to draw in. I had to make them something.
I'm going to go back to my hole puncher.
Okay, and I'm going to mute myself for a second. Y'all, I muted myself, and then I kept talking. I said, I'm going to mute myself, because if I mute myself, y'all can't hear me. Punching the holes in this last little section here, and then I'll be able to wind mine up and have my completed Dr. Pepper notebook. Yay!
So what I do to make sure I do it right, I put them back to back so I know which side is which side. This is the covers. So
to my mom, I need cheddar bunny boxes. I can make them cheddar bunny notebooks. Okay, carry on, Nancy. Sorry.
That's fine. They would love that too. There we go. Now, I had to go through this 4 pages at a time. But if I'm not mistaken, the spiral I cut off the other notebook fits perfect for this one. No waste. Isn't that perfect?
Okie dokie. Kimberly says, stupid internet, what did I miss? How long you been gone? I know you haven't chatted in a hot minute, so probably a while. I have just finished punching the holes in my paper. So if I counted correctly, I should have 50 sheets. Ta-da! And then there's my back.
Yep, this one's wrong.
There's my front. And now I'm ready to bind it. Hee. And it's going to look like that.
2, 3.
Okay. So I got to get it all lined up.
No wonder. I think
This way.
There's a cardstock. I can't tell anymore.
Let's move you out the way here. Move Mr. Hole Punch. Oh, she's only been gone 5 minutes. Okay. Well, not too bad then. Not too bad. Put you there.
What's it doing there?
We're going to get this all.
Did it hole punch the... No, that's right. That one's right. This one's too short.
Whoa.
This one's fine. Let's see. Yeah, that one's fine.
Cicely said, I'm sorry I'm sitting here falling asleep. Girl, I understand. I fall asleep watching people's lives all the time. If you fall asleep, no worries. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here.
Yep. For some reason, it's not full. So it's not liking my full stack of papers for some reason.
Let's see here. While you do that, Miss Angel says she has saved many cereal boxes and dog bone boxes and has a stack of loose leaf paper. I will just need to bring out my cinch machine and cut out spots. Yes, ma'am.
You have a cinch machine, Angel, and you're not using it? Shame on you.
Can y'all see? Now all I'm doing, I got it going, so now I'm just twisting my spirally.
Make yourself a biggie.
Okie dokie. So once you get it lined up and get the first one going, you just twist until you get it all the way down. Let's twist again, like we did last year. Let's twist again. Round and round and round and round she goes.
Your mom says yes, they would like the cheddar bunny ones.
I think so too, and I know they got empty boxes. So I'll have to get some to make a little cheddar bunny one for them. They got some other little snackies too. They got the little Scooby snacks. And I could put like their little like paper for them to color in or paint on.
You can print pages, free coloring pages online.
Oh yeah, that would work too.
And if you when you print
they like to, Ellie especially, she likes to paint abstract art. But the older they get, I'm sure they would prefer coloring pages. Maybe.
Because when you print them on your computer, you can just reduce the size to fit the
Oh yeah, so like depending upon, that's a good idea.
For some reason, I'm having to do 3 pages. I think this is not actually 32 pounds, probably 65 pounds.
And Kimberly says to Angel she needs to get on it. I know, right? Pop on in there.
We're almost done. Last pages. I had to reduce the size of the pages because this one, for some reason, see how it was too much on top here. But that was only like 4 pages. So now we're going to cover it up.
Okay, so there is mine. Oh,
The only thing I don't like about my punch, it's huge. I have to find a spot for it. I found a spot for it. So now we're going to spiral it.
so mine has 28 holes, y'all. Not 30. It's got 28, but it works. Kimberly says, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, round, 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 round. She didn't say all that. I said all that. She said, you spin me right round, a baby. Now, where did my little ching-chings go? You know, my little wire pincher thingamabobbers. What did I do with them? They were right here. Oh, ha ha ha. They're right here. Okay.
Let's put the paper upside down, maybe.
how can I do this so y'all can see? So now we're going to bend this back. Can y'all see? Nope. I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, but that's okay.
Okay, well, y'all just going to have to... Let's see. My mom said Asher loves the color even more than Eliana. He does. He sits at his little table at my parents' house. Okay. There we go. Can y'all see it? I'll pinch it. That should keep it from...
coming off the notebook.
Yep. Let's go to the other side here.
There we go. I could have punched it on the top as well, but since I had this spiral that was the right size, I decided not to. That way I didn't waste this spiral, which I don't waste the spirals because I stick them in a tin right here. The offcuts. You never know when you're going to do a little baby spiral.
Come here, you.
That one came out cool. I'm gonna have to give me a Diet Coke, like a Diet Coke one because I like Diet Coke, even though I can't drink it anymore. But I still like it.
I was trying to bend it a little more straighter downward so it kind of goes up underneath the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have laid it out like flat. Come here, you.
Come on, get in there. Yeah, they tend to want to go wherever they want to go. You have to guide them. Guide them.
And I don't want to like undo it too much because I don't want to break it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Angel says you could have rewound the original spine and just punch the boxes and put the spiral back on. Yes, you could. And I may do that with some because I do have this little guy here. This is let's see, I think that's my seam ripper. But on this side, I've got this little guy who's very sharp. So I could unwrap it, unspiral it, and then lay a piece of the paper on it, and then just go down all the way down, and then because it's about the width that it would need to be.
Okay.
So
My
cousin made that. My cousin Brad. But yay! There it is, y'all. There's my Dr. Pepper. I may have a few too many in here just because... Nope, it'll go. I was going to say, just because it's got this extra glossiness right here, which adds a little extra weight to the paper.
Mm-hmm.
But it still works. Yahoo.
So it goes to the back.
Let me go back to Nancy here.
I'm almost done with my Whopper one.
Hey, Niecy, welcome in. How are you doing?
Hey, Miss Niecy. Grab this a little bit more. There we go. Now we're going to go and cut it right around there. Why aren't you cutting? Because you're trying to... There we go. There we go. Ew, too many spirals in the way. And since I'm not going to save that. I would save it if it was like 4 inches or something, but I'm not going to save it as an inch. I'm not that crazy.
Niecy says she finally made it to a live. It's been a hot minute. It has.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
It's been a while. Okay, I've got that in the wrong.
And there you go. A Whopper one.
I think this one needs to be cut. I think this one's too long is the problem.
What's too long?
This little spiral right here. This last one.
No, I got all this double-sided tape paper. Does anybody know what you can do to recycle these double-sided papers?
Oh, the little. I do not. Niecy says those are so cool. Thank you. Yes, we are just recycling, upcycling, whatever you want to, whatever word you want to use. Our boxes. I have lots of boxes. I think I'm going to do this one because that would be super cute. How cute of a notebook would that be?
That would be cute. There's the original one I did. If anybody's interested, this one's for sale on my website. Then we did this one today. And I mean, these are the boxes from Dollar Tree. This one here, if you don't have a hole puncher or paper trimmer or anything, it's a regular notebook from, I think this was Walmart or Dollar Tree. I don't remember. You just cut the box that you want to put on front and just double-side tape it on the front. And I did it to the back as well.
And Niecy says, "Oh, I love Captain Crunch. Girl, me too."
And then
it rips the roof of my mouth all to pieces, but it's so good.
And then we got the little Whopper one. So you can make it as big and as small as you want. If you have.
And y'all, if you are interested in the hole punchers that either of us used, I am not affiliated, but I did put them in the description box below. The one I had is a 10-hole hole punch. Let me turn my camera. Hey. So the one I used is this little 10-hole hole punch. And it's trial and error. You'll just have to see. I thought I clicked the other button. I guess I didn't. There we go. So there's my Dr. Pepper one. Using a Dr. Pepper carton. You know, it was a 24 pack. But here's the hole punch. Looks like that. You smush it down. But like Nancy was showing you, you don't have to have a hole punch. You can just use whatever.
Like this one.
It does, but it's so worth it. I know, right? Talking about the Captain Crunch. It's so good, man.
And the one I'm using is this one here, the Pro Click P50.
Hey, Samantha. So she's using a GBC, which is a good brand. That is the brand of combs that I used to buy, because we told you there's another type that's a comb, which I've got the comb in my wish list on Amazon. But yeah, you punch the holes and then you set it on top and you push it back and it opens up the comb and you lay all the paper in there at once, close it back, you're all done.
I like that one because it's easier.
Mm-hmm. So, and then the combs, you just snip them down. So, and I know how to use that. But I mean, this one was, very affordable, economical. But the comb binding system, you can get a large comb binding system for less than you can buy a spiral binding system. But yeah, that's how they turned out. I think they turned out pretty dang cute. I'm impressed with them.
I think Angel put my my affiliate link for Amazon.
Good deal.
Cool.
Yeah, she put both. So if y'all click on them, Nathan gets a little something. But that is, this one's a little, like I said, this one's mine. So if I was making it for somebody or to sell, I probably would not do it I would have cut my paper down so that it didn't have the little slits. Mm-hmm. Y'all, they come with the slits and the Dr. Pepper things because that's where you hold it from. So I think it turned out pretty cute.
It did.
Y'all would have never, ever guessed that that's what I would do. I know. Y'all are shocked. Y'all be more shocked to see what I'm drinking tonight. Water. I know, right?
Water. That's very unusual.
So,
And we also did some I bounded some patterns. And if you wanted to, you can, let me see, let me grab one.
somewhere I have a big giant recipe book. A friend of mine had sent me. It's one of those. It was a book that, this is back when email was the way that we communicated before, Facebook. But she sent me an email with a recipe book that had dupes from all the different restaurants. So like it has tons.
You can do this too.
Oh yeah, and you can bind your pattern books. Yes. Kimberly says, "Water. Who are you? And what did you do with Pam?"
But you gotta be careful when you do the pattern books, because you have to cut the spine off in order to do it, and you don't want the when you do the holes to cut the pattern off.
Yep. And if you don't like, you can also bind your composition style. So if you don't like that style, like I don't mind the composition style, except for I'm not crazy about it. What was this for? Oh yeah, that's my quilt pattern book. But so I may cut that out and bind it, part of it. But please don't fall.
It's very handy, especially with the patterns. And you just fold it back and you don't have to worry about trying to keep it open. These came out cool.
I think so too.
Especially the pre-made one.
Yeah, see, that's like, so you don't have to have a hole puncher. You can just use what you have. Nah, and like with that one, you don't have to have spirals. You don't have to have anything other than scissors and something. So you have your box, your scissors, and some tape or some glue, and you're good to go.
This is the one that was made from scratch, with the paper and the covers. This one here it's a regular spiral. You see, it still has the holes, but I covered it up because of the. You see how sticky it is here. You may want to put a strip or something there.
You could take one of, well, no, you couldn't.
What?
I was gonna say you could take one of the holes and stick it in there, but they're smaller.
Yeah. And where did it go? Let me see. If you want it to be fun, you can grab the center part and make a bookmark. I know I kept the one for the other one, the fruit man, somewhere.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere over the rainbow.
I just have those. What are they with them? Oh, they're there. And if you have them like this, then a few months ago, we did one where we made bookmarks. So you can take your strips like this and custom make your own bookmarks. Paint it, pop a hole in it, put you a little piece of fringe on it, or a little tassel. Not fringe, but a little tassel.
Mm-hmm. That one disappeared too.
What you looking for?
The other one that I was gonna use as a bookmark from the fruit rings. Oh well.
You held it up, but I don't know where it went after that.
I don't know either. It's around here somewhere.
What's the one in your hand?
This is the apple.
Oh, Apple Jacks or yes. Apple, yeah. Apple rings, apple somethings.
Or did I throw it out and I didn't realize it? Oh well.
And Angel's got the supplies, and in the supply list, I mean, it's just random. Like it depends on which project you pick to do, or which method as to which supplies you'll need. And you won't need all of them, but I didn't want to leave anything off, or I tried not to leave anything off. So. All right, y'all. Well, that's our time. I hope y'all have enjoyed being here with us. We have enjoyed having you here.
That's already been 2 hours?
It's been 2 hours. Can you? So, y'all, Nancy made like 15. I made one. It just took me a while to punch all the holes. It would have went faster if it didn't have the little shiny stuff on here.
Mm-hmm.
The little reinforcement. It's like a reinforcement strip. But now I've got enough that I can make another one. If I want to. But
I will be making more because I have tons of rings.
I have rings, and I've got all these boxes that I found.
I just need to get more paper.
So I got this one here, the Pop-Tart one. So if y'all want her unfrosted, I wish they made unfrosted cherry because I like the cherry ones too. I don't mind the frosted ones. It's just the older I get, the sweeter they are. But I do like my Pop-Tarts. I do. Ooh. Let me go over here. Where is it at?
That's weird. My
I'm
nails
going to
just
give y'all this. This is for, thank y'all so much for everybody that came in. I'm going to give y'all this one this time. And my mom says, yep, take your laminator and you can laminate those strips to make them stronger. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That's
Hey,
what I was planning on.
Bonnie says, I don't think Pop-Tarts and Built Bones go together. Just saying. Sure they do.
Miss Bonnie.
They got the me, and the maxi. But you're right. Although I do like milk with my Pop-Tarts. It's kind of the same, right? Karen says, yep, she hates the frosted ones. They're just, I don't know. I used to love them, and I don't know if it's because I've gotten older or if it's just because they've changed them over the years. I don't know, but I do still eat the cherry frosted ones because that's the only way I can get them. They had some maybe 2 years ago that were peach cobbler ones. They were so stinking good, and I was really hoping they would bring those back, but so far I have yet to see them come back. But they were so good.
I turned my hot glue gun on just in case I needed it.
It was not needed.
No.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to get out of here. So, again, I hope y'all... Bonnie says, milk bones, not the same. I agree. There it is. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for coming. We appreciate each and every one of you. I hope y'all have a fantastic night. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.
Bye, everyone.